diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, you start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's McCutcheon. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's going to make a statement to them.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they get him down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
big pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. To the air, it's Owens. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Takes the handoff. It's Gaines. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job.
Turning it on! Just steamrolling the defense. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They march to the red zone, and here they go. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
This time on target. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And into the end zone. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Quick completion on the out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The offense comes out 1st and 10 from the 11. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing runs.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
On third down, he drops the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Gaines. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Camp Randall. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Back to pass on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's gained. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. And he's going to bring it out.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not... He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Might be changing the route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Ducks come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Williams. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They're setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Quarterback making checks. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Here we go, here we go. Okay, ready?
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. That's reeled in, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Ducks! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Safe completion on the screen. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Ducks will try to pick it up on 4th down. The offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Let's it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The sure hands. It's McCutcheon. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense. Seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Here's a heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you thought maybe in the 2nd half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now they'll run the draw. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass it. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Buys a little time. Got it inside the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here's the handoff. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So 1st down will open up the final period. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's McCutcheon. Got room at the 35. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the...
Breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive.
Trying to beat the DD. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming out to the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lost to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. The defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
On the run, it's Simon. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. Is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He rifles one deep to the left. Got his man! So that penalty's going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Cummings. He's got the tight end. Across the 40 outbounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Reads and fires complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is great offense. You want to finish it. You want to finish the drill with your offense on the field and that clock ticking. Nice job converting on 3rd down and basically salting this game away.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games.